Apparently there's some major issues going on within some school at Oran Park, a Catholic primary school.
Southwest.
In Sydney Southwest. Apparently teachers at that school tried to, I don't know, do a bit of role play with the children. Early in the day they actually had someone come in. And,
What, it was a nun?
Yeah, it was a nun come in with an envelope, and they told the children that it was from the Prime Minister and that they had to be taken away from their parents because their parents hadn't done a good job of raising them, right? Now, this was trying to, I don't know, highlight what it would feel like to be part of the stolen generation. Obviously, a very, very moving issue and something that, I don't know, shouldn't really be toyed with. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, they let the kids, so they told them this at 9:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
And then they just let them think that they were going to be carted off. I'm not sure if they were giving them a lesson in the meantime or whatever, but, you know, a lot of these kids were really upset. They were crying. They couldn't eat their lunch. You know, they're only in year 4, so what are you in year 4, like 9 years old?
Yeah, about 8, 9 years old.
Yeah, 8, 9 years old. And it wasn't until 10 to 3, so that's 10 minutes before bell time, that they said, Dad, it's just a joke. It's just a kid.
It's just a game.
But imagine how it must have felt for those Aboriginal kids.
Look, and I get it. I get what they're trying to do, and I get the message that they're trying to send to these children, and trying to, I don't know, instill them with some sort of cultural sensibilities, you know?
Yeah.
But
is that the right way to go about it?
At least tell them, okay? Tell them, look, next week on Thursday, whenever it's going to be, we're going to have a role play. And I think in some cases with some of the Year 4 classes, in the report that I was reading, they did tell 2 of the classes that was what they were going to do. But then one class totally freaked out.
So maybe they were experimenting, because the principal did say, you know, we've done this before.
Yeah.
Some of the kids and parents thought it was cool.
Yeah.
You know, and maybe they were experimenting with this class, because I get it. I mean, it kind of takes the sting out of the tail if you're like, look, we're not really going to take you away.
Yeah, that's right.
And put you in mission and force you to behave like, you know, your skin's a different colour.
Yeah, but you're playing mind games with the kids, man. Total mind games.
Dude, it's not right, man.
No,
it's
not
terrible.
at all.
It's terrible.
It's crazy. And it just, you know, it brings you back to, you know, when you were younger, obviously, stuff you were taught in school, you know.
Yeah.
A lot of it was bullshit. Like, a lot of it. Complete and utter bullshit.
Probably
I'm talking like from the subject matter in the classes to just basically the messages that you're getting like through body language, you know? I don't know, man. I reckon that this whole situation went too far. If you're going to compare it to certain situations that other people have been through, right? Let's just say, I don't know, in the United States where people are getting killed in classes and whatever, you know, I really wouldn't say it's that bad. Harden up a little bit, but at the same time, I agree that it's just...
Come on, man, it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad, but I think there's a kind of an irony here. You know, this Catholic school was like, who were some of them involved in the stolen generations. They're like, right, we really want to foster some empathy in these kids. So we're going to tell them this like appalling lie that does have some kind of truth behind it, you know? Whereas, as you say, a lot of the time when you're a kid, it goes the other way. You know, parents, God bless them, and teachers, you know, bless them too, some of them.
Some of them.
Not all of them.
Not all of them.
You know, they do spend a lot of time really not preparing you for real life.
That's
right.
right.
You should never lie.
Yes.
Well, as an adult, how feasible is that?
Exactly.
Actually, you should learn to lie really well.
That's right.
You know, convincingly.
Practice your lying every day, you know, like your jump shot.
Yeah, you know, that probably would have helped out our friend Tara Seymour.
That's right. Tara.
You never lie, don't cheat.
Yeah.
You know, money's not the most important thing in the world.
Get out of here.
Come on.
I know, it's complete and utter crap.
It's
just thinking about it makes me sick,
true.
you know. But what were they going to do anyway? What are they going to bring the ills of the world to our eyes at such a young age? That's another thing.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, how much can a nine-year-old kid empathise?
Yeah, that's true.
That much.
Yeah, I agree. I reckon. I think you're asking a bit too much of them.
It's way too much.
Mate, I think they could even be 12 and you're asking a bit too much of them.
You know what? How about if you want to explain things like the stolen generations, start fucking talking about what happened to Aboriginal people.
That's right.
As a matter of practice.
Yeah.
Because that's not that heavy in our syllabus.
Factually.
Yeah, talk about it factually. Explain
But
what
then again,
happened.
you know what? At the same time, if you tell them a bunch of stories, you know, they're not going to really listen to it. If you make it look like it's actually happening to them,
Yeah.
well, yeah, they're going to take it seriously. But like I said, I think it was a bit too much.
Too much.